Listen, I do not care what anyone has to say, but it's true. You know it's true. And where we go from here, only Odin knows. But this is the sheer facts right now, okay? You have this crazy hologram-like city off the rip. What do you notice? So many of these buildings look like what? Rocket ships. Rocket Man! And then you have this weird alien-like dragon thing. And the Dr. Vegapunks themselves. You have the main Stella body, and then you have the orbiting satellite bodies, as if like you have planets orbiting a star or moons orbiting a planet. Moons. Moons. Moon. Moony, moony, moon. Moony, 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 moon. People, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy with the moons of One Piece. And just seeing what we're seeing with the hologram city and the Vegapunks, it's like, oh, the signs are there. The heavens, the planets are aligning, and the heavens are screaming, the moons are real.
The One Piece is real.
Replace the One Piece with the moons. The moons are real. They matter. In some, they have to. They have to. You're not gonna have NL on a moon with an army of robots to do nothing. No, what? No, I refuse. That matters. So guess what? I need to do theory videos, because whether it's going to be 1 or 2 or 3 or as many theory videos as Vegapunks exist, the theory videos are coming, because maybe sooner rather than later, the moon stuff, the moony moons are coming. Okay? Oh my god! Oh my god!
I think I'm losing my mind.
I'm going schizophrenic.
Okay.
Okay. If you haven't seen my live stream reaction to the chapter, links in the box below to my Cole Requiem channel for that live stream, and of course on my Twitch channel, once again, links in the box below. Let's start with the Vegapunks themselves, okay? Obviously, the main body, the Stella body of Dr. Vegapunk, and then you have 6 separate pseudo-bodies, what we're gonna call them, right? Pain. Obviously, the references. My pain is greater than yours, of course. My science is greater than yours. Lovely, okay? Fact of the matter, though, is that they're not like pain because they have their own thought process and agency. We have Shaka Zulu. We have we have Shaka arguing with Lilith about how to do the Striped Pirates. They're not just mindless corpses. They actually operate as if they were genuinely living things. And so far, the antenna that's on their ears seems to be for communication. And that's really it so far. So there was a great don, I think, by Zawa D. Zawa, who on my Twitch mentioned how instead of, let's say, the 6 paths of pain, what's probably better is the sins of the father in FMA Brotherhood, where, of course, he had the 7 deadly sins. You have wrath, gluttony, you had lust and envy, you had greed, pride, and sloth in 7 deadly sins. Whoa. The 7 deadly sins of FMA Brotherhood. That's a wrong series, of course. But I think it works here really, really well in this case, because each of these people act independently and do their own thing, which is why, and in this chapter, Rob Gucci and Stussy and Kaku, when Kaku lays out the plan, we have to kill every one of the Vegapunks. If it was just, let's say, the main body of Vegapunk and kill him only, that wouldn't do the trick. Why? Because the satellite bodies can potentially act independently and do their own thing even after the main body is dead. Something of that sort. I will say one thing, yo. Rob Gucci coming in hot with Stussy and Kaku, and then they have clearly a Seraphim PX Kuma, though the hair is not white. Interesting. Why is the hair not white? And that's a big boy. I have my doubts that Kuma as a kid was this big. That is a Galaxy class lineman right there in football, without a doubt. Like, this kid has potential on the front lines. Nose guard. Oh, disgusting. But I will say this. Because Rob Gucci's coming in, and we haven't seen Smoker yet, and Smoker is going to be there, I think, at some point, right? this arc might be longer than first perceived. Like maybe way longer than Zoro. I'm not gonna say the same length as, let's say, Whole Cake Island. That's like almost 100 chapters long, fair enough. But we can go into the 60s and the 70s. This is possible now. Because there's things to kind of flesh out. There's a whole cast of new characters. We just got Shaka, we just got Lilith, and we got Atlas. So there are more Vegapunks that we talked about. We have Yoki, we have Pythagoras, and we have Edison. And then we have the guys over in the Marine base that haven't come to the fray just yet. So there could generally be a sword versus shield fight in the very near future. I don't think that a lot of the stripes are gonna get, like, let's say, individual fights, no. But I think Frankie in particular is gonna get a lot of action, like a lot of stuff. But ultimately speaking, Rob Gucci coming in there, gonna kill Vegapunk, let's say the same way Doflamingo tried to kill Gecko Moria way back when, is gonna probably cause Vegapunk to defect. They won't join the Strat crew. I don't want to hear that nonsense. That undermines too many characters. It definitely does. However, Vegapunk will then spread the knowledge that they have acquired over their lifetime, which probably means devil fruit stuff and then some. But mainly devil fruit stuff, like how do you infuse the devil fruit into a sword, like Fang Freed, or like the gun cannon that we saw in Alabasta, things of that sort. And also, speaking of sword, do folks really think that Zoro, of all characters, of all swordsmen, would actually want to ask Vegapunk about having a fruit infused into a sword, or get like a mechanical, teched out, crazy sword? Like the sword itself is like made out of nanomachines and he can do some crazy... No, what? Outside of hockey, Zoro is as pure of a swordsman as it comes in the world of One Piece. It'd be kind of weird for Zoro to have some crazy techno sword, like some cyberpunk sword, or a devil fruit sword going into the fight against Mihawk. What? No, I don't see it. I definitely don't see it at all. However, Zoro's question, what could it be about? I think the two best options here are, number one, obviously the Smile stuff on Wano Country, where Zoro did spend some time at Ibisu Town. So helping those folks out would be a big deal. And originally Vegapunk was going to be at Wano, but chose not to, or they said, the world government said, don't do it because of Orochi and Kai, that kind of stuff. Okay, fair enough, fine. Number two could be the Punk Hazard Dragon stuff, because he did kill the dragons. So he's gonna tell Vegapunk, ayo, Vegapunk, Lilith, Shaka, whoever, make me a Kaido-like dragon so I can cut its head off. Whatever, like I need a training partner. Something of that. So there's...
I'm about to get racist.
But Lilith isn't that person to get the job done. I think it'd be the main Vegapunk himself actually, because now we know it's a he, him.
Kitty.
And what I'd also say is there was a cool idea that I think was started by Morge, maybe even some other guys on forums, whoever the hell knows. But the idea was that Vegapunk 02 is Sanji's mom, or at least she's modeled somehow, some way after Sanji's mother. But that seems far less likely now for two main reasons. Number one, Vegapunk 02, a little bit nefarious. She's a schemer, all right? She has no qualms taking the goods off a pirate crew. And Shaka, your pride, screw pride. I want that bounty now. Drop all your loot, give me all your stuff, I don't care, because we need some resources. And Sora, Sanji's mom, she does clearly, at least as far as we can tell, does not operate like that. Maybe when she was younger, but that's kind of a stretch. And then number two, if that's the case, and Sanji has the hard eyes, he's going, what a stunning woman. That is some hard Alabama energy.
Well, not that it's any of your business, city boy.
Even if it is a robot modified individual, it's still a bit sus. Sanji doesn't have the hard eyes that kind of stuff her sister Reiju. His mother, one of the few folks he respects so much, that'd be weird. That'd be very strange. If any degree of that is Sanji's mom, it just kind of feels awkward as all hell. Not gonna lie to you. So, I mean, I hope not now. I definitely hope not. But let's wait and see what the future holds. Either way, a lot was going on for damn sure. The cover story took a shocking turn, and I have to wonder, yo, does Aokiji have pudding? Atlas punching holograms, so Kizaru be weary. There is a lot to digest, a lot to go over. But honest to God, this arc is shaping up to be very interesting. That's for damn sure.